Hi Virgo, welcome to your reading. My name is Edgar Mendez, and today we're going to be doing a reading focused on what your person regrets most. I want to thank you for being here. I want to thank you for sharing time and space with me. I do appreciate it like a lot, by the way. I want to remind you, don't forget to like and comment. It's a nice, easy way to show your love and show your support. Anyway, yeah, that's it. Do check out my community tab if you want to check out the dark side transmission I've released. I'm going to be releasing some more, by the way. But yeah, the very first thing we're going to be looking at is what is your person's life like right now? So the image I'm seeing, who's giving it? BJ is giving me. He's showing me that your person is on the computer a lot. It doesn't have to be a computer; it could be their phone. But I see them typing away like that, beep 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 beep. I don't know what sounds computer make or keyboard make, but it's like that. And this is someone whose life right now is very much all about. I want to say. Busy work essentially. It feels like there are a lot of distractions that they partake in, and you know what's so interesting, Virgo, and it's like the most crucial thing, I swear. Why are so many people living such unhappy lives? Why? It's a real good question, isn't it? Right? So why so crazy? Like, why are people so crazy doing that? But in reality, most people don't really realize that they're not happy. Why is this? The distraction. It's actually gotten really bad on Earth. Technology didn't exist for a while, right? And actually ever. And now it's like here on this timeline. And everyone's using it, and they're basically detaching from the self, detaching from their body, that wisdom of their body, their emotional body as well, right? And they're not able to recognize, I'm not happy here. And this is exactly what I feel this person's life is like right now. They're living a life they're not happy with, but they're too busy to notice. So interesting. That's all I say. Interesting that that's basically what's happening here. They're all about the go, 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 type, do. This isn't going to be stopping anytime soon, but the way that BJ is saying, all too often when we have like long stretches of those, I don't know, of that, we tend to get, things tend to pop up in our life and really give us that reminder. It's essentially like a wake up call. That's how he's giving it. So I feel like this person's going to eventually get one. But that's actually what their life is like currently right now. Too busy to recognize how unhappy they are. And if you don't recognize the fact that you're unhappy, how do you even know what to do to fix that? Like you don't. You don't even have the actual that feeling that should be telling you, oh, I gotta make some changes here. And you don't even have that feeling yet because they're so busy. But that's gonna hit them one way or the other. A lot of time, I remember when I was like beginning stages of my journey, I would remember when I would do stuff that was unhealthy, I got zapped, like I had no energy. It kind of feels like that might be hitting them eventually, where they just feel like they're just empty, that there's nothing left. It kind of reminds you of like a private reading I did for someone. They're like, I can't give energy to this. I can't focus on it. I'm like, if you've got nothing to give, you can't give anything, right? And this is that. It feels like this person is either about to hit empty, or they are basically running on it. But whatever the case is, they're going to get hit and really start to feel the effects of the life that they're living. It's going to catch up to them, and always does. It's important to note that. Anyway, let's see. Is there anything else in terms of what this person's life is like right now? BJ? That is it. More, a lot of the same. It's things are changing. There is evolution here, nonetheless. I feel like this person is making progress in whatever they're giving their energy to. Whatever this is, I'm not sure. But there is progress there, right? They are seeing results. True, that's true. But when you don't stop, ask yourself, am I happy doing this, right? Or does this feel good to me? Well, yeah, you got a bad life. You're living a bad life, but you're not aware of it. It's kind of like one of those things where people, they're like, I can't believe I lived like that or before. It's like you don't recognize it while you're in the thick of it. And it's gonna hit them eventually, but I think that they need one of those wake up calls. Let's see. So can you tell me how does this person feel about Virgo because of that type, that do, that constant movement that this person is in? They don't really take time to feel their feelings for you, but they are there. This is someone who does feel for you on a deep level. However, they don't really take the time to really like sense that out and feel that out. Their feelings for you would move them towards you, which is interesting because that's gonna be our last question that we ask. But like, what's their next move towards you? But their feelings would naturally move them in your direction. But when you're not feeling your feelings and you're not even asking yourself, am I happy with the life I'm creating for myself? Yeah, you're gonna have real bad results. And this is all itself a lesson. And I know that sometimes we have those limiting beliefs and we think, oh no, right? But when you really understand that we have limitless lives, like we just come back over and over again, you're gonna have lots of screw up lives. It's just what it is, right? You're gonna make those mistakes, learn that lesson the hard way. But sometimes that stretches your whole life, and it does sometimes. I'm not kidding, right? Other times you learn it faster. It all depends on whether or not you check in with the self. They're showing me this is strange. It's maybe for someone, but Kesha, the album. I don't forget what her album was. It was sorry, they're giving me the song Praying. That's the song that they're giving. I don't know what album that's from. It might be just what I saw her, but they're showing me the artwork of her, of the one where she's like, her butt showing anyway, and she's looking at some artwork. I actually love that thing, but they're showing me that. I'm not sure why. Sorry, I don't know why, but okay, I have to like it came through really strongly. It's gonna be for someone, I don't know. Anyway, but let's see. How else does this person feel? Yeah, they would naturally move in your direction. And they would know to do it. This is not the kind of person that is a slouch. No, they don't. They're a hard worker. This is the kind of person that is a go-getter, right? But they're waiting for that spark or that feeling to tell them to go in a certain direction. But the problem is that they never really give themselves time to feel that feeling. So it's interesting. It's like they're waiting for a sign or that feeling that they should move in your direction, but they're not ever gonna feel it doing what they're doing. They could go out with friends a lot. They could work a lot. They could get home really late and they don't really have time to decompress and really feel themselves. I have a lot of this time. I mean, like most of my day, I'm like basically not doing much. I actually am doing a lot technically, energetically, but I'm not like busy in that, like how a lot of people are going out and doing stuff or just typing away. Like I don't do it. Like I have a lot of time to reflect. So I'm always on point when it comes to what I should be doing and what I should move towards and what makes me happy. But this is someone who just doesn't have enough of that time. And even when they do have some of that time, it's not enough. And yeah, it's going to stay that way a little bit. It sucks that this person may learn the hard way, right? They may waste their whole life and then realize, what have I been doing this for? Right? I'm not even happy with this. But that is the case sometimes. It just is, right? And this is also that reminder. Are you doing the same, right? Don't be like them. Check in with yourself and make sure that you are happy with what you're going after. And don't settle as well. It's a key component, but this is someone who's they're too busy their mind's too active. Our hearts are not, they don't overpower the mind. It is what it is, right? It just doesn't, right? It's like you have to really shut off that mind in order for you to feel that heart. Anyway, so can you tell me, what is this person's biggest regrets when it comes to Virgo? What I just said, that was another one. This person's biggest regret. They have a habit of doing this. This person's mind is very powerful. They're very sharp. They're very keen as well. I feel like this person's actually quite a good observer. That it's just it's coming from the mind itself, right? Being able to see certain things. We all know, all of us have varying different strengths of mind, right? The stronger the mind, the more you're able to see, and more you're able to hold, and more you're able to understand. Blah blah blah. We all get it, right? This person has a real sharp mind, nonetheless. However, with that, this is someone who doesn't often listen to their heart, and they never, right, really know what their heart's wanting or desiring. So this is someone who regrets not listening to their heart, not following their heart, and not moving in the direction of their heart. It's funny because that's I think is your biggest issue here between you and this person. Why aren't things changing here? Why does this person not? Maybe they're not proactive, or maybe they're not making any moves towards you. Why? Why is that the case? Well, they're not checking in with the self, right? They don't know that that's actually what they want to do. I know it sounds like it's craziness, but it is what it is, right? This is someone who just doesn't get it, right? They don't feel it, right? And this is one of the regrets. It doesn't feel like they've learned that lesson. However, I do feel there may be fears associated with that, especially if you are in no contact, or maybe there's been some nasty business here between you and them, where some fights have went down, but they honestly don't want to check in as well. There's a little bit of that. It's not that much though. It's a little bit though. I can see it. There's little fears around. Oh, I don't want it. I don't want to hear something. I don't. Because if their heart just like, if they knew what their heart wanted, they would then move. They know that they'd have to, because that's just what how they follow that, right? But so they don't really want to check in at times as well. So that's part of it. But this person's biggest regret is to not follow their heart, and their heart was leading them to you. It just seems to be a constant theme, a karmic lesson, obviously, right? A lesson that they have yet to fully close, right? Our karmic cycles have to be completely closed before we can like really uh, our karmic cycles have to close, right? So we can fully learn the lesson. But they have learned it to a certain extent, enough to regret it, I guess, but not enough to complete it. Sad. That one's a sad one anyway. Let's see, what else do you want to give for this person's biggest regrets, BJ? There is another one. This has to do with prioritizing money, or maybe financial stability over you and over the connection. I don't know if they used to not do that. It's hard to say. It kind of gave me that feeling, but it doesn't have to be. But when this person and you were like, when you first met, it's like that was actually a really big deal for them. In fact, that was number one, and everything else came a distant second. So one of this person's biggest regrets is to look at money or value or security or finances as more important than you. And it wasn't until after the fact that they realized that you were more valuable. There's also another one that this person felt stronger when you were in this person's life, and that would have helped them financially as well, that they now miss and they now feel they're lacking. But at the time, they weren't valuing what you were bringing to the table, or valuing your energy, or valuing your input, and therefore they thought money had more value than you. And they regret not valuing you the way that they should have, and the way that you are, I guess you truly mean to them in their heart space, right? But it is a big one. That one's a big one. Let's see, what else is their biggest regrets towards Virgo? One more regret. Let's see. Sorry, they're saying it is an odd one. I feel like this person watched you a lot, looked at you, but they always kept themselves very distant from you nonetheless. So this could be energetically, that's actually how I saw it. But I see this person actually keeping you very apart, like very, I want to say some of you, there was like a barrier between you and them, like an energetic barrier that they were creating to kind of keep your emotions on each other's side. This is an interesting thing though. What it was essentially doing, it was keeping you from feeling how they felt about you energetically. I know that we all think love languages are the thing. Love languages are not real, right? Energy is where it's at, right? So the energy, you weren't feeling it, and you were thinking, oh my God, this person has no feelings for me whatsoever. Am I the only one in it, kind of thing? I think these are the kind of questions you would ask yourself. But whatever questions you were asking yourself, it was because there was a barrier between you and them. But they were creating that. They were creating this distance. And they wanted to keep it that way. The reason for this has to do with the first thing, the money, right? This person was very focused on their money. Like, I need to figure this money thing out. I need to put everything else second. And I think they did, actually. I think this person has figured out their money. I think they're doing better financially. However, right? They're not happy with it. It's interesting that they took the path. They did it. They did the work, right? They created something for themselves. They're making money now, right? Or enough money, or more money. And this is someone who's like, if they just checked in, they realized, oh wait a second, this isn't enough for me anymore, or this wasn't anywhere near as much as fulfilling as I thought it was. But they haven't quite hit that yet. I don't know. They will. I guess they will eventually, but it's hard to say. But again, this person's regret is to kind of keep you at a distance and kind of keep themselves closed off. And it just kind of, it's like, I guess a good way BJ is saying is keeping you at arm's length, just away from them, not close to them. This would have done energetically, that would have been felt and manifested in your life. and your connection with this person as actual barriers. Like it could manifest as you never being alone, for instance, right? Or you can never your plans always got canceled. I don't know, it's always crazy stuff, but it's like that anyway. But yeah, that's the regret. Let's see, what is this person's next move? They do like to stick to the shadows. That is one of this person's next moves towards you, Virgo. They're gonna watch you, and they have been watching you. They kind of stalk you, I think, at nighttime or in a place where they're not found out. A really good example for this is social media, where you can look at someone's page and never really know if someone looked at your page. Like that. It is like that essentially, but it's not entirely. Whew, that energy. But essentially, this person's next move towards you is going to be to keep it that way. They are waiting for a sign or a feeling to make a move in your direction, but they're not checking in with the self to really recognize and see that sign or feel that feeling. So it's interesting. They're waiting for something that's not going to appear because they're not looking for it, and they're not doing anything or doing the very thing they need to do to get it. So they're not in the energy of receiving. Again, they're doing. There's a lot of outgoing energy. None of it's receiving, and it's very interesting. Very interesting. They're stuck in this. It's like a hamster wheel. It's interesting, like a hamster wheel. So what I want to say. Anyway, I want to thank you, Virgo. Thank you so much for this, your time and your space. I love you, Virgo, and you take care. Don't forget to like and comment, and bye.